In the name of God, most gracious, most merciful, praise be to God, the cherisher and the sustainer of the world. Most gracious, most merciful, master of the day of judgment. Thee alone do we worship, and thy aid we seek. Guide us on the right path, the path of those who have not incurred thy displeasure, those whose portion is not round, and those who do not go astray. Amen. 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 Work and happiness. Work and happiness. Work and happiness. Amazing. Amazing. Life has its challenges. Life has its challenges. But then there are people who talk without considerate. Because we are living in a combat and challenge. So those who in the combat challenge, they don't even have the sympathy on the people. And that is why we are going through so many phases of challenges and misconduct. Work and happiness. The people have been denied their basic respect. And they have to go through phases upon phases, challenges upon challenges. And it's normal for somebody to spend all his days with a hope of making an impact in the economy. And then for 10 years, they have been denied. For 20 years, they have been denied. For 30 years, they have been denied their right to participate. What do you think would happen? So some of the people have gone that much wayward, and they are not considerate on the things that will make people stable. So we've talked on the economic basic for almost about 18 years, and they have neglected it. So it is time to make sure we get it right to the mind. May God bless us and direct us all on the right path. Work and happiness. Work and happiness. Work and happiness. We have to convey this message to the youth so that during the day they will not just waste their time with friends and other places, but they will focus on how to get something doing during the day so that they can be normal to society. But then I think with economic basic, they'll have the basic energy and to be normal to the environment. Work and happiness. Work and happiness. The last time this morning, I think I did a section where I want to draft it well here. You see, the owner of the job has positioned one person in an area. Why? He needed maybe 10 of the package to be done. That is the capacity in his mind. And he knows that by positioning 2 people, then he needs about maybe 20 or 25 packages to be done. Now, if you stand and you don't know the capacity of the owner and what he wants, the program of the day, and then it's like the program of the day, one person can handle it. And then they go and then they meet, this is a position for 2, and then they stay, and finally, so the attitude is collapsing the job. The attitudes are collapsing the job. So when they go to the job site, by 12 o'clock, they have run away. I think that me. So they must get, and those who are staying and watching and condemning, I can be also the middle men in because when the capacity of the person, when the demand comes that they need 2 people, they will definitely put 2 people because they know that the capacity of one can do about 10. and the capacity of 2 can give them about 20 or 25. So when the capacity says they need 25, then they will put people there. So the condemnation, because at the end of the day, the industry is working for clients. And if the workers cannot even give up 10, and he gets the order of 50, do you think he can accept the order for the client? Even the 10, the workers are not. So we have to change our attitude, and then we work to the demand and supply, so that at the end of the day, after the job owner is satisfied with our work, we can get some bonuses maybe at the end of the year for having made things possible. I think God me. Work and happiness. Life is not about what has been drafted ahead. Life is about God moving into action. It is like God has entrusted you with a work, and they sit and complain, and they lay all sort of, and then at the end of the day, if the person did not get the package that he wants for the job, can he pay you? He cannot pay you. But then these are some of the stories that they throw in, that we went to do the job and they didn't pay us. Then they have forgotten that they couldn't deliver the trust. I think that way. So it's one of the healing that the youth must get, so that when they get to the job, they deliver, because the person is taking the client's request to get a package. And if he cannot even set the client's request, he cannot get a package to pay the people. So it will be stories upon stories upon stories. In your capacity, do your portion in your normal day. And when the demand comes, and now they need, your capacity can do 10, and now they need 50 a day, what do you think will buy? They'll position other machines, employ new people. But then when you go and your capacity is 10, and they do 5, and then they walk around and play, even the daily capacity has not been accomplished. I think that way. So the 8 hours belongs to the owner who has employed you. So you give your best, and then make sure, after you have finished your 8 hours, the rest belongs to you. So we have to covet this type of attitude, so that the packages can come and the industries can run. I think that way. The person needs 10, and here's the case: the worker has given 5. Meanwhile, he needs 10, but averagely the person can do about 10, about 15, or even about 12 or about 13. But the capacity of the day is 10. It is telling you that when the person is able to do 15 above the 10, he might think of inviting more clients. I think that's me. And then position more machines. But here is the case: if they cannot make the capacity, and the 5 cannot pay for the machine, and cannot pay for the electricity, and cannot pay for the other fuel that they consume, what do you think will happen? What do you think will happen? Definitely he will give up. When they call him that, oh, we have jobs for you, oh, I will not be able to do it. But then when the workers enjoy in it, rejoice in it, and then they can give as requested, then he will be happy to even buy more machines and employ more people. I think that way, because he has gotten the trust of the people. And I think transforming the people is just a positive message. They don't know, and you are giving them the right information. And then when they are at the workplace, then they will rejoice in it. At the end of the day, it is prayer. It is prayer and God moving ahead. I think that way. God knows the problem already, but He has given you the power to pray. I think that way. He has given you, He knows why He has created all those things. And He has given you the power to pray. So you pray and then you move God ahead. When you watch some of the accidents at the places, they show it in videos. So many things. So many things goes on in the industry. So that is why you don't just go to say you are going to work. You pray, you move God ahead. And then you make sure everything, let God be ahead before you get there. And then may God direct us all on the right path. So these are some of the philosophies that will change the perception of the people. The 8 hours does not belong to you. It belongs to the person who has employed you. So you work in your normal sense to make sure you give satisfaction. And then the person can go and take the package. So at the end of the month, he can pay you. It's as simple as ABCD. And then when you pray, God knows your strength. God knows your capacity. And you have prayed in a positive sense. God will get an angle for you where you can finish your 8 hours without any problem. I think that means, so we shouldn't be panic when we are giving the job. We must know that the 8 hours belongs to the person who has employed you. And then you give your best to make sure he gets his package so that you can be paid. I think that way. And then after you are finished, you come home and refresh yourself. You eat well so that you can get the energy for the next day. So these are some of the things that moves us to work. Today, the youth, somebody has fought 10 years after school, he has not gotten a job. And somebody is sitting there condemning them of fault. I think that's me. So we need the economic basic. So that when the children comes out of the school, they will not be on wayward deceit for money and deceit for other gains that may corrupt their lives. But then they can be abreast, knowing that at least they have the energy, they can wear good clothes, they can live normal and be normal to society. At the end of the day, everyone has a role to play in this world. Once they get the keys of life, they can even be in their homes and do something. In every angle, they position themselves, and they can do something that will benefit the other. Those who have gotten the privileges have gotten it. Those who have not gotten it can invest in their time because they know their capacity of what they can do. They can do it in a way like I'm doing, to educate those who are in need of it. Some people may be closer to us, but they don't need what we do. And then somebody might be in far, but then that is exactly what he or she needs. So it's about imparting what you have to the world. Because somebody needs it. Somebody needs it. Somebody needs your motivation. Somebody needs your smile. Somebody needs your strength. Somebody needs your faith. And the only way you can get it is to impart it. If you keep it yourself, it becomes waste. So sometimes you go to seek for knowledge and they are hiding the knowledge that they have got. And then they go to. Aha. So may God bless us and direct us all on the right path. If you don't impart it, you lose it. And then when you impart it, God works on it. God sits up and works on it. And then what? He brings us out better the following day. I think got me. Aha. What you gave yesterday was the vision you had. But then God goes deeper and works on it. And then the following day, you can get one or two keys to heal that of yesterday. I think got me. So the last video, and today, God brought me that the topic that I want to impart today. I said, God owns everything. So if you see the big factory, he said, God has entrusted them with it. Even though they might have spent their money, but at the end of the day, God saw that, no, yes, they can handle it. So let me bless it for them. I think you got me. So everything belongs to God. And it's like he has entrusted them with it. So it's about what? Work and happiness. God will not go and entrust it to somebody who will sleep. Or let's say somebody, when you are invited to work, will not give up the person. It's about the impact you put that God will entrust you with such assignment. So may God bless us and entrust us with good officers and with good industries, and entrust us. Message Word Ministries. May God entrust us with this, with that, so we can touch the world with these wonderful messages and the healing to the youth, work, and happiness. When they come out of school, they have a package to impart to the people. As you give, God develops it. So yesterday I said what? Everything belongs to God. It is for God to entrust you to a position. So work hard. Sometimes we sleep just to rest, because all the offices and appointments and so many things. So sometimes it deserves that you don't have to even move out. But then when you are invited and entrusted with a little position, give up your best and do not cry in it. Rejoice in it. Rejoice in it. It says patience. Sometimes the salary may not be good, but then when you weigh around, you see a big opportunities. It means that the people who have been trusted have also been entrusted with low account. So it says in that case, be patient and pray and move God ahead and move His Holy Spirit ahead. And one day, your 6 years sacrificial will just come in a check. Your 10 years sacrificial will just come in a check. Your 20 years sacrificials will just come in a check. And we have this belief in Islam. It's called the night of power. You see, it is a night where God and the angels will come and say, oh, now this project can now be contained in your hand. And then it says that night your reward will be like 1,000 months. Is it not amazing? So that is why we have so much patience in Islam. And it's like, I don't want to follow the history of the gospel, because that is what is tormenting the world with wars and challenging. We have to obey God and His commandment. And if you are obeying, what is the best rule to obey? He said, "Thou shalt not fight." So why are you going to fight? Without mobilization, we construct. Without mobilization, good services to the people. With the mobilization, he said we shouldn't fight. The commandment said we shouldn't fight. And he said we must desist from all shameful deeds. That is the concept of the commandment. So may God bless us and direct us all on the right path. May God bless us and direct us all on the right path. So he says we must desist from all shameful deeds. Amazing. God is amazing. He loves us so much. And it is like God wants us to be like the white with no stains. What I'm doing can be a standing block for another person, because maybe they enjoy the game they were playing. And then what they are also doing can also be a standing block, because with the excuses, they have diverted everything we have made. So what they are doing is also a standing block for us. And as we are also trying to heal the situation, can also be a standing block for them. But at the end of the day, here is a solution that is directing everyone on the right path. If you have been caught into it, just pray and move on a normal status to your daily work. What you have planned is going to have a bad effect on the other. But when I say economy basic, for the day-born child to the most senior citizen child, I've not taken anybody out. So in this case, it is the best advice. I'm not saying some people are having something, so we should go and take it from them with force. I'm saying economy basic, from the day-born child to the most senior citizens inside. And I'm also saying that in order not to crash the system, the day-born child will receive, if it is 500, the day-born child will receive 500. And the most senior citizen will also receive 500. It is identity card. After the phase has finished, then they can either twist it and then give it some margins. But it is just identity card. That the one who is about 70 has already finished maybe his project. He just needs something to handle. The day-born child, it will just buy pampers and some feeding and some basic education and healthcare. You in your middle age will know that you have to do this, buy 1 or 2 investment, and then begin to do something. So it's just an identity card with a basic, so that the system may not die. And after that, if you are over age and 70, the system will give a pension. So the person goes for the pension, and then add it to his 500. So a technology where the categorization may break up the system. So we are saying that it should be fixed, so that we can, so the day-born child, after the mother has delivered, been delivered in the hospital, he fills the child's document, and within, if they cannot get it instantly, as in within a month, they will get it to feed the child. Coming back to the place where they gave birth and picking the child to go and shop amazing things for. But instances, it can even be loaded on the mothers for the first month, and the second month or the third month. Maybe they will need a picture after maybe 3 months. Then they can go on a separate card. We are saying it not as a form of disrespecting to maybe those in 100 years of saying, it's just identity card that is giving you identity package as economic basic. And if you are that age and you get that, you know what to do in life. I think get me. And by the time the children also get this and they get to 18 years, they will have a safe platform to begin either to buying their house or so it is not something to get us rich, but it is something to catapult us or catalyze our growth or our investment path, or maybe renting a room or renting a hostel for maybe they are all packages to allow us live normal in society. I think that way. So when the military cultivate that mobilization method to construct houses and estates and other things for the people, oh, amazing. With economy basic, at least they can group themselves about 4 youth or 2 marital groups and they can pick apartment beginning. So that we can normalize life and not. Because now identification is everywhere. Every country has identity card. And this is like identity package. So that the people will obey God. God said we should not steal. So that we don't end up into organization that will mobilize them to steal. He said we should not fight. And he says we should not revenge. Why? He said your revenge may be captured and arrested, or may be arrested. So some of the provocations, but at times it is God. At times we allow God to be in control. And when you move in the name of God, whatever happens in the day, leave it for God. But know that they will complot the shame. But with you praying for God and His security, it might not happen. May God save us from having problems with the law. May God save us from having problems with the people. May God save us from having problems with the authorities. May God save us and bless our path and make the world a better place for us. So it's all about our protection. So God owns everything. But then, when God entrusts you with it, can you hold it? If you can hold it, then He would entrust you with more and more and more. If you cannot hold it, then so when you see all the people owning bigger companies, it is God who has entrusted them with it. And trust is one of the most weightiest things. So if your time is not right, do not go sour, because the society and the challenges are not allowing that. But continue to do your portion and obey God and put your daily work first. You don't know what to do. Are you depressed? No. Get yourself fit. Do yourself some exercise. Get to the field. Get some vegetables. Refresh your mind. Refresh your day. Go to help the friend that needs you. Go to help the company that has called you. The pay might not be enough, but pray and give up your best, that your presence can develop the company, and your development can one day channel a reward to fill the gaps that you may think you have lost. Give up your best in every angle of life and allow God to be the ruler of the day. May God bless us and direct us all on the right path. May God bless us and direct us all on the right path. In the name of God, most gracious, most merciful. Praise be to God, the cherisher and the sustainer of the world. Most gracious, most merciful. Master of the day of judgment. Thee alone we worship and aid we seek. Guide us on the right path, the path of those who have not incurred thy displeasure, those whose portion is not wrath, and those who do not go astray. God owns everything, and you are not a slave. Wherever you position yourself, God has entrusted you with something. The people who have employed you, God has entrusted them, and they have proven that they can do. And that is why you see them owing with so many amazing blessings. And you can imagine somebody is working 15 hours a day in the house, in the home, and God saw it, so He endorsed it for him. I think got me. So if you can do the same thing, work, give up your best, put yourself in the shoes. If you are the owner of the company, and then you employ people too, so that can also give you a package to always give up your best.